All right, baseball parents or you, if you guys want to increase your confidence at the plate, do this little trick right here. All right, grab the bat with your front arm, get it loose. All right, make sure your hand and wrist is very loose here, and you should be able to hold the bat like this with your front arm in your stance. It's a front arm preset. Every single big leaguer has this, whether we like it or not, right? Including me. I feel tension here, okay? Feel tension right here only, and not all the way down here. It's hard to think of grabbing something, but to think of keeping everything else relaxed, okay? Look how loose my hand and wrist is, right? This creates my body like a whip right here from the starting point, before the pitcher even throws the ball. Right? This was very important to me my entire career. I would never have made it to become a big leaguer or make it to the highest level if I didn't feel great in my stance. Right? There's no way I would step in a box like this. Even though it may look the same, right? I'll never step in there like that. Right? I had a front arm preset. Like, okay? Hand and wrist very loose. Now you get in the box, your body's gonna feel like a human slingshot or a whip, right? To get there, think about this. If my whole arm is tensed up, it may look the same. If it's tensed up, right? That's what you're gonna see. If it's loose, right, very loose, you should be able to grab the bat with your fingers right here and hold it in the position right here without straining, like you're holding a bag of potato chips. Okay, the only tension I feel is right here. It's a shoulder joint lock. The Japanese hitters use this a lot. I played in Japan for 5 years, and I think they're ahead of the game with putting your body in position in your stance. But I feel tension here, and it's not tensed up here. You lose the whip feel effect here. This demonstration, the kid I have, I'm going to show you on video. He's 11 years old. I haven't seen him in 2 years. It changes. Take a look at his body demeanor, his expression, and even his body, his hitting mechanics, just by doing this front arm preset here. Okay, like I said, very loose wrist. Feel this preset. You should be able to grab something heavy, I guess. If you had a pickaxe right here, I have a pickaxe, and I could hold it here. I only feel it, the tension in my joint and on top of my shoulder, okay? Right? Think of Otani's stance, or anyone's stance. They're right here. Front arm preset. Griffey, front arm preset. Bellinger, front arm preset. You name it. It doesn't matter. Mookie Betts, front arm preset. Okay? Doesn't matter. Boom. Without that front arm preset, it changes everything. It may look the same, but like I said, hitting mechanics are more searching for the internal feel than the external, right? Now I'm not gonna do the front arm preset, and I'll do the Mookie Betts. This feels like crap to me versus front arm preset. You get there by making your hand and wrist very loose, right? It may look the same, but internally, this feels so much better in a sense, right? This helps you put your body in position where it feels like a human slingshot. It should feel like a slingshot is already loaded, and now you're just aiming like this and letting go. Without this starting point, it's almost like you're starting your swing like this. You gotta rear all the way back and then let loose, versus already be at the end point of the slingshot, and now you're just lining up, ready to shoot like a bow and arrow. Okay, this is the preset here. Like I said, hand and wrist very loose. You should be able to walk around with the bat like this. You'll see when you watch this kid, he makes this one adjustment and it changes his inner confidence, right? Loose wrist right here, and then you put your hands in the most comfortable spot wherever. Most importantly is you feel this tension here, and it's more in the shoulder joint. Like I showed you in the previous video, this is all muscle tension. If you relax your hand and wrist, this is looseness. And once you go like this, you should feel it only on your top part of your shoulder, right? This is the preset shoulder. We're at the tip top, and now it creates my hands like a whip, okay? Without that, if I tense this all the way up, okay? It's a struggle. It's a struggle. I would never want to hop in a box like that. If this is loose, right, I get the shoulder joint lock by making my hand and wrist very loose, my top hand or my bottom hand, right? And then I can get in my most comfortable stance from here, right? And it creates more of a whip feel, right? Big difference. Front arm preset, whip feel, tension, tightness, rollover, you name it. A bigger margin for error. What this is doing is cutting down your loading move, right? Where you're already, like I said, internally feeling like a loaded slingshot or bow and arrow, right? There's a difference starting from here versus starting from preset here. Number one, it feels good, right? You're talking about raising your inner confidence in your stance, how important that is. It feels good. You don't have time to think about your 10 different body parts in your real games. That's part of the reason why a lot of kids struggle in their practices versus in their real games. All right, so watch the video and see the difference in this kid's batting practice, 15 minutes apart, all by doing the front arm preset. So what do you think? You like everyone else? You ever get frustrated when you're not hitting the ball good?
Front arm.
Like this one?
Uh-huh. And then the end.
Feel better than your old swing? A lot better? Looks better.